How's it going, everyone? I am back with another video. This is going to be my Thursday Night Football Week 6 score prediction video where I'm going to talk about the Thursday night game taking place tonight, actually in about 2 hours as I'm recording this almost exactly, 6:22. Going to talk about how I think the game's going to go, give my score prediction, yeah, all that good stuff. So, I'm just gonna, like I said, talk about this game exclusively, the Thursday night game, and hopefully sometime tomorrow I'll be able to upload my full score predictions video for the rest of the week 6 games. I can't believe we're already at week 6. I just had to think twice. I got the week right. Insane that we're already 6 weeks into the season here. It's absolutely flown by. But yeah, getting to this game here, actually kind of an interesting matchup on paper because obviously, on paper, you just look at it, think, all right, well, Eagles should win fairly comfortably, which I have them winning by 12. So, sort of, that's a comfortable win, I guess you could say. But it's a bit interesting because the Eagles coming off their first loss, their offense has been very sauce all season. And then the Giants, even though they lost last week, their offense, and they only put up 14 points against the Saints, but their offenses look better with Dart. It's actually looked like a serviceable offense. Even without Neighbors, they were moving the ball pretty well. I felt like last week against the Saints. Um, and, the Giants defense, it feels like the past two games, it's played a bit better. Really, since week 3 against the Chiefs, it's kind of played better than it had the prior 2 weeks prior to that week 3 game against the Chiefs. So the defense picking up for the Giants. They're playing a bit better since Dart's taken over as the starter. And then the Eagles, they finally lost last week, and they've looked just kind of like meh, like not too impressive all season. So kind of an interesting matchup on paper heading into this game. And it's in New York, well, New Jersey, really. So that should obviously give the Giants a bit of a boost, primetime opportunity there for them. I'm sure the crowd will be into it. But the Eagles, I have them winning the game. I just can't pick the Giants, even though this will pain me as a Patriots fan. I'm probably going to pull for the Giants in this game, which is twice now this season because I had to pull for them week 3 against the Chiefs. Well, not had to, but I decided to because I hate the Chiefs so much. But yeah, the Eagles, even though they're struggling, they're still just by far the better team. I mean, offensively, I think this game is kind of going to be what we've seen all season. They're going to look good, maybe at the start of the game or during some stretch of the game. Then they're going to kind of stagnate for most of the game. The Giant defense is going to look good, keep it relatively close. But I think, in bursts in this game, the Eagles offense is going to get it done, put some points up on the board. I have them scoring 26. Defensively for the Eagles is where I really like their chances in this game. Even though I said, the Giants are moving the ball better with Dart since he's taken over, and they moved the ball better than, the score indicated last week against the Saints. The Eagles defense is another breed. That defense, really ever since the first week where they were off, really ever since the lightning delay, that defense is playing, well, they kind of got bailed out with the Lamb draw. So I guess you can say since week 2, the Eagles defense is playing like, the Eagles defense from last season. Not quite at that level, but still they're playing like an elite defense. I think the Philly defense is going to give Dart and the offense some issues. That's going to be what wins Philly the game. They're favored by 7. I have them covering the spread, but I'm not going to bet on it. I very well could see a down to the wire close game here. It wouldn't shock me if the Giants win. If the Giants do win the game, I think it's going to be because their offense just kind of, I don't want to say goes off, but just really clicks. If they win the game, I think the Giants offense is going to play similar to how it did week 4 against the Chargers. And they only put up 21 in that game, but again, they moved the ball really well. I think they'll have to put up a bit more than 21 to beat Philly, even though they lost last week. They scored only 17 points, the Eagles did. So, the Giants, I just have a hard time seeing them winning with only 21 points, and I guess it's possible. I think they kind of get a score around in the 24 to 28 range to win the game. My gut's just kind of telling me the Eagles offense just has a couple of drives at least where they look, like the Eagles with all that talent on their offense, that side of the ball for them. Um, the Giants, I could see the Giants defense playing a really good game. Again, the Eagles offense has been meh all season, stagnate out a lot. So the Giants defense could play a good game. That could be a reason they win the game. But I just can't pick the Giants. Eagles probably going to be pissed off. They let that game against Denver get away from them. Definitely feel that they should have won. Opportunity for them to get the bad taste out of their mouth in a short week. Same with the Giants, you can argue. But the Eagles are just the better team. I like the way they match up against the Giants. I don't think they're going to go off offensively, but I think they'll, play a bit better than we've seen from them the past couple weeks. I think their defense is going to be the main reason they win the game. Could see the Giants putting up some more points. I originally had 26-16. I could see the Giants putting up 17. At max, I think the Giants put up like 21-24, barring a great field position off a turnover, a punt return, pick six, things like that. But I feel pretty good with the Eagles winning this game. I'm probably going to bet their money line. If they do lose the game, I can't see it being more than 3 or 4 points. I would be shocked if it's beyond that. So if you want to be really safe, maybe you could bet Philly like +3.5, +4.5. But I'm pretty confident they'll win the game. And I'm 4-1 with my Thursday night picks. I really should have been 5-0 if friggin' Kyren Williams didn't fumble the ball at the half-yard line last week, or if they don't just do a halfback dive out of a timeout call too for the Rams. But anyway, I'm going with the Eagles to win the game 26-14. Should be an interesting game. I'm excited to see how it plays out. Should be a pretty entertaining game, I think. So yeah, that'll wrap up this video. I'll wrap it up here. Again, be on the lookout for the rest of my week 6 score predictions video, hopefully tomorrow. I will end this video here. If you guys have any fantasy picks, parlays, all that good, well, not fantasy picks, fantasy players, I mean, you're parlaying this game, things like that, with your picks this game. So I would say good luck with that. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you for tuning in, and take it easy, guys.